Welcome to InfoHub. In our headlines, President Granger reiterates to Mercosur that common market can only flourish if peace prevails. Prison Service committed to reformation and reintegration of inmates into society, says Director. Police Forces capacity building leading to more solved cases. And Minister of Business does walkabout. Stay tuned for the details of these and more. Daddy! And now for the details. President Granger reiterated to Mercosur that common market can only flourish if peace prevails. Here are the details.
Peace is essential for the economic development and for trade to take place. Peace is a dividend for enhanced competitiveness. Peace must be promoted in Mercosur, its associated states, and throughout the continent.
President Granger stressed that an environment of peace characterized by the absence of state and non-state threats will provide motivation for the consummation and success of ongoing agreements between Mercosur and the European Union and other partners. Importantly, the head of state reiterated Guyana's role as a gateway to the Caribbean markets and Central America.
We look towards infrastructural cooperation with the countries of the continent to establish highways, railways, and bridges from the south to the north of the continent, to enable the movement of goods and people. Guyana's continental destiny is tied to the integration of the continent.
This 51st summit, the President noted, presents another opportunity for the Mercosur states to reaffirm to the principles of respect for the viability of treaties. The 21st century, further noted, must be of and for the South. Another important point highlighted during his presentation was the need for the regions to take a more proactive approach to dealing with climate change and its effects, which can impede trade.
Guyana calls attention to the need for regional organizations to take more concerted action to address global warming and climate change, which can harm production and impair trade. The adverse effects of climate change and other natural hazards are degrading the continent's productive assets. Guyana therefore supports the Paris Agreement on climate change. We believe that respect for the environment will contribute to greater peace on this continent.
For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
Agriculture Minister denies any assault took place at his ministry. Video evidence debunks claims. Here's that report. At a media conference to address accusations of a sexual assault occurring at the ministry's Regent Street office, Minister Holder said he is aware of no such incident.
As far as I'm aware, no other minister came to see me at this ministry on Monday. And I certainly am aware that there is no office in this ministry that any other minister utilizes. As far as the incident that is reported today in the papers, I cannot see it involving this ministry. I have had no reports either from the administration of the ministry or from the security that any incident of this nature occurred within this compound.
In addition, Minister Holder says the letter should be seen as an attempt to sully his good character.
Things of this nature that can sully a person's reputation. I've had a good reputation all my life for 72 years. I certainly don't want it tarnished now. I'm also aware that matters of this nature could go viral. And very often, once it gets into the public arena, it's very difficult to remove this stain that's been attempted to smear in your character.
Renetta Lafleur now tells us that more judges will be stationed in the Essequibo region, according to Minister of State Joseph Harmon.
At the recent commissioning of new judges and magistrates' quarters at Sudi, Minister of State Joseph Harmon assured that there will soon be additional judges stationed in the region. The minister noted the lack of sufficient officers in the region and the further burden placed on the system by the fact that Bartitians were forced to travel to the Essequibo coast to receive judicial services.
I've also heard a call, veiled though it might be, by the senior council that we should have now a judge in the civil jurisdiction as well as in the criminal jurisdiction. I think that's important enough to be supported. And I'm sure when there's a call for additional judges, particularly to deal with these developmental issues, you will have a willing accomplice in this minister.
The Minister of State reiterated the government's commitment to improving facilities for its officers who serve in every region.
This includes the realignment of services in accordance with the 10 administrative regions of Guyana that will be realized by the establishment of regional capitals. These services include fast and reliable internet access for proper communication and research that are so essential to such matters as case preparation and judgments, and all other support which the judiciary requires.
These initiatives are part of government's investment towards the improved delivery of judicial services and administration of justice regionally. Renetta LaFleur for InfoHub.
25 high-level public servants are now better equipped to lead the various departments that they head following completion of the Caribbean Leadership Project. Gabriela Patram brings us that story.
The program, geared towards training of Level 3 managers, focused on the improvement of leadership efficiency in the public service. Public Service Department Permanent Secretary Reginald Broderson said that public servants' attitude and the way the public service is viewed must change.
The whole issue of service delivery, and people taking their own time to do things but not getting acquainted with the public service rules, the FMEA Act. They're not getting acquainted with the debates that's happening in Parliament that is going to change our lives. And the trajectory that Guyana is on, we have 3 managers.
Public Service Ministerial Advisor Vincent Alexander noted that the public service is at a point where change is crucial, and the training provided indicates that the government has signaled its commitment to ensuring this happens.
Change has to be brought about based on new ideas, implementation of those ideas. So you're challenged not to be routine. Leaders can't be routine. They can't just go to work and do what has to be done. They have to be thinkers and doers.
The participants described the training as timely and said it forced them to make changes in the way they manage departments.
The skills that I would have learned from that training, it has forced me to examine self. Because as a leader, it is necessary for me to be in order before I try to impose or make any special requests or give any instruction. My way of thinking, the way I go about doing business, the ministry's work and so on, that has to be in order.
What our facilitators taught us thoroughly is truly going to last forever in our lives as public servants, and also to upkeep the standard of the public service as well.
The Caribbean Leadership Project focused on the areas of service delivery, leadership, administration, transitions, and team building in keeping with its policy to ensure an efficient public service. Gabriela Patram for InfoHub.
In recent times, the Guyana Police Force has solved some major criminal cases in the country. This improvement has been credited to capacity building of the force both by government and external agencies. Here's that report. At a recent forum, Acting Police Commissioner David Ramnarine highlighted that training opportunities and other forms of support over the past year have played a vital role in the force solving major crimes.
We have had capacity building of the strategic planning unit of the force. This unit is intended to play a key role in the forward thrust, the forward movement, the forward modernization of the police force. We have had the award of a scholarship to Woman Assistant Superintendent Herbert by the government of Russia for 5-year study in forensic science, a first for the force.
Included in the support is the receipt of $2.6 million worth of vehicles and equipment from the People's Republic of China and 170 bicycles from the United States government. The strengthening of the Criminal Intelligence Department and support apparatus has been hailed as the driving force behind the quick recapturing of the prison escapees. SOCU, the Trafficking in Persons and Sexual Offences Unit, have also received upgraded training.
We've had sustained capacity building of the Criminal Investigations Department and other areas of the force by the Justice Education Society of Canada through the installation of 3 recording systems to capture or record interviews of suspects, the creation of 2 state-of-the-art property rooms to store exhibits in major crimes, and over 240 ranks trained this year by the Kayville School of Business and the Justice Education Society in mediation training, investigative techniques, crime scene technician course, and other courses.
This year, 175 junior officers and ranks received training in criminal law, evidence, leadership, and customer service from Nations University, while 21 female ranks attended a women's leadership forum in Australia. From 2015 to date, more than 300 ranks have received overseas training. Tiffany Rogers now tells us that Acting Prison Director Gladwin Samuels says the Guyana Prison Service is committed to the reformation and reintegration of inmates into society.
Samuel said the new state-of-the-art Mazaruni prison, which is under construction, will cater to more than incarceration.
The expansion of the Mazaruni prison will not only cater for cells and dormitories, but adequate consideration is being given to rehabilitative needs of offenders. Therefore, our budgetary allocations will continue to seek the required fundings to ensure the construction of more trade shops, more classrooms, and increased facilitators. Also to have those rooms equipped with the necessary tools so that you can be meaningfully engaged during your period of rehabilitation.
The prison's director described monies invested in equipping inmates with technical and vocational skills as funds well spent.
Your success is the Guyana Prison Service success, and by extension, the nation's success. The money spent on training are considered money well spent. When you leave here, better prepare to serve your communities and you do not reoffend.
The top prison official also noted that society is now re-educating itself on the difference between incarceration and rehabilitation and is willing to help those who show that they are truly rehabilitated. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
All of the Christmas hustle and bustle today, Minister of Business Dominic Gaskin visited the shopping areas in downtown Georgetown and interacted with small business owners. Gabby joins us again with our final report.
Minister Gaskin noted that the business sector has improved as compared to the same time last year.
Generally, in contrast to last year, and I think I am correct here, the mood is very different. Last year we did a walkabout and we had there was a lot of negativity. This year, most of the persons we spoke to were actually very positive, looking forward to a good Christmas season. Not saying that they had the best year, but certainly things are okay. This year was okay. We're hearing that as opposed to bad and all of that. So that's a good indicator that things are improving.
Business owners expressed pleasure at being given the opportunity to interact with the Minister of Business. For his part, Minister Gaskin encouraged the proprietors to visit the Small Business Bureau in the new year to seek advice on methods to improve their operations for greater returns. Minister Gaskin also took the time to wish everyone a happy holiday.
Let me take this opportunity to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and all the best for 2018.
Gabriella Patram for InfoHub.
Thanks for watching. Remember to connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.